All right. Hi, good morning, everyone. Welcome to Harnessing Automation with Ansible. Let's start. Small disclaimer. I'm not a certified Red Hat administrator. Hope to be soon. But in the meanwhile, everything in the presentation is based on my real-life experience. And the thing, yeah, sorry if I'm nervous. I will try to, so yeah, you know. Okay. Coming up, I will talk a little bit about myself. So you have a background history on me, about the problem, working towards a solution to solve that problem, and the usability of that solution. So my name is Weis Mateen. Currently, I work at with my new employer, C.Stammer Group, where I'm a sysadmin, where I work in the operations and I work in the infra. So one maintains, one develops stuff, you know. But my journey did not start at C.Stammer Group, but it started 2 years ago, where after I graduated, I started at a company called Fondo, where I worked with one of these products, MDM solution, moving towards the VDI solution, moving towards Linux, and moving towards tools. So this is all done in 2 years' time, and all of these actually have some automation in it. And I love automation because I don't like to do repetitive tasks that can that can be automated. Because but besides that, I like traveling a lot, and I have a cat, so that's it. That was about me. So moving towards the problem, one of the problems that I faced a lot during my work was, let's say there was something and you have to fix that, but there was no proper documentation, or there was no documentation at all, and that was really annoying. So yeah, why is it challenging to document or do so properly, right? I mean, before I move towards this slide, I will give you some background, because then okay. So one of the many products that we are working with, one of them is App Volumes. App Volumes is, to say it in basic terms, abstract application from the Windows base operating system, deliver it back to that virtual machine via virtual disk, and there is a capturing process. Remember, I will show you later on in the slides something about the capturing process, which can be very complex. Okay, so this really happened to me a few months ago. My team lead came to me, asked, "Can you upgrade that application?" I was like, I started with the 3 I's. I don't know. I don't know the application. Very complex. I don't want to do that because I don't have time. And the other one was, well, I have other stuff to do. So yeah. So basically saying I don't want to, but yeah, in the end I did accept it because it was a challenge, and while doing it, there was no documentation. Well, there was documentation actually, but it was done so poorly and it was not useful. It took me almost like 2 weeks to actually understand the application, how to install it, configure it, and doing the capturing of that application. It took me 2 weeks. I mean, like, that was a lot of time for me, and I could do other things because I'm doing projects, I'm doing incidents, I work with other teams, doing a lot of other stuff. So expectation versus reality. We have always that guy saying, "I never have time." I'm guilty on that. I hate documenting. Okay, I do because it's boring. I mean, yeah, I don't really like it, but okay. And he's on leave. Okay, I'm not that guy, but there's always one guy. He's not there when you need him, right? And he has all the knowledge about that application, and it sucks. And then the team leads, well, he's not here, wait. And now, why is it so important? Why? Oh, that's why, right? Yeah. If you have proper documentation, of course. How hard can it be? Yeah, okay, it's really difficult, but we know it takes time. But that's the point. Solution. I think we all know the solution. Ansible! Okay, how do I see Ansible? Well, I see Ansible, well, the way I see it, by the way, you have many interpretations of it, but Ansible enables IT professionals to automate repetitive tasks and streamline complex workflows. And so the problem was documenting, and the solution, and the solution that I see is workflows. And why workflow? While you do create a workflow, you're coding, and while you're coding, you're actually also documenting, because sharing knowledge, Ansible, sharing knowledge, that's important. Saving tons of time. You don't have dependency on people, and nothing will be forgotten because everything is there in the documentation, and your documentation is your code. Yeah, like I just said, I can actually document it while coding it, and that makes it fun. So as I just said, I don't really like documenting, but if I can code, which I really like, then it's fun, and then I would like to put lots of time in it because coding. Don't get scared. It's not all about coding, because how does Ansible work? It contains a set of tasks, actually modules. If some people know Python or PowerShell, you have always modules, and you can use those modules. You can create your own modules, and those modules are actually like, let's say, I want to create a virtual machine, and to do that, you say, call the module and say, name of the virtual machine, you give the name, and how many disks it needs. Well, that's a module. So within those modules, you have the tasks. Did I say it's written in declarative YAML? So it doesn't have to be very difficult. I mean, everyone can understand it. I learned this in 4 months' time. So yeah, only 4 months. So I think it's very decent to learn it. Yeah, you can manage infrastructure. You can manage infrastructure, applications, services, and yeah, declarative language. It starts from here. It goes there. It does what it needs to do, and if it doesn't, then you have your answer. It didn't work. Go fix it. Okay, so this is a play. We see a lot of stuff, but the most important stuff is here. Like a local variable vault, what it does is actually calling a module saying, give me all the passwords. I don't want that written in my code. Create an inventory that basically says, what target am I going to deploy these tasks? Is it the Windows? Is it the Linux? You name it. Creating a folder. So these are all modules, and then these are some APIs. In the end, I will show you a video, and that video will do basically what's written in here. It will install a few applications, and after installing those applications with App Volume, you need to upload it to the App Volume Manager, vSAN, do some automation with it, like get the app stack, get the application name. To get the application name, you have an API. And the other one does get a cookie. The other one gets the face on data store. You will see it in the video. There's a lot of information in here. But basically, if I'm an Ansible user, I read this, I understand it, and I know what it does. Otherwise, I go to the module, check what is inside the module, and yeah. So, yeah. You have the modules, and in Ansible we call them actually roles. It's like you have a book, you open it, and you have a chapter, and every chapter, within those chapters you have paragraphs, if I'm saying correctly. And those paragraphs are then the tasks, and the chapters are the modules. I hope it doesn't get confusing, and it sometimes is, but yeah. You can write with Bash, you can write PowerShell, because it supports actually Windows, which is really awesome, and that's why I choose also Ansible. Python, I used to work with Python, now I do it less. I use more Bash and PowerShell, and yeah, Shell. These are one of the many roles that I created it, so the modules, like deleting files, finalizing Windows OS, install applications, installing security, doing some DNS. So I'm actually not dependable on the network guys anymore, because I can do that with Ansible. and or I can do some registry stuff. I can do some. I can even do some stuff in vCenter. It's really easy, and you can get to some complex stuff. And yeah. So this is a task. I think this is a very basic one. Here we have download Google Chrome, just an easy one. And then here we have download it and place it there, specify destination. And then we have install it. And so this rule was then called install Google Chrome, for example. You can name whatever you want it. And then you have a win command like just run that on that target host. So yeah, what we have is a playbook. One more time, what we have is a playbook, and we have modules. We have the target system, and there you have. Yeah. And this is the video. So here we say the Ansible tower. Inside the tower you have the GUI. It's going very fast, but I wrote the faces because I don't have much time anymore. Here you see the template using it. What do you want to capture? Application, Office applications, what template? I want to refer it because I created a snapshot. I want logging or not logging. Yeah, and then you run it. You see some stuff. I forward it. You see I'm at this one now. And here we can just filter. So assessing play, is it good or bad? And I can see it successfully installed the things that I wanted because I can check. So this gives me some information. You can use other mediums to get your output going to Slack, like, hey, you know, okay. So this is it. This is the video, and then okay. So here I see some. Yeah, it's going very fast. I know. Yeah. Okay. And it's almost finished. Yeah. I had to talk really fast because I don't have enough time, of course, because yeah. But here, this is the end result. We just deleted that application and moved the package from that application to this one, and that's basically it. So this seems very easy, but doing this automated is very complex, but once we have it, now we can just go to the tower and say, move that, capture that, move it to that, and that's it. And in the meanwhile, I can do some other stuff. You know, this is just an example out of the many. I talk very fast. I know. Sorry. Yeah, that's it.